and welcome to Be Mom. Today, we're not in our kitchen. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're going to work on cleaning and organizing surface areas. It's the surfaces that get us. Our floors, our countertops, our tables, basically any surface where nothing actually specifically lives there. We tend to kind of accidentally plop stuff there, right? Okay. Well, first of all, I wanted to talk a little about that. There are people in the world who are really good at automatically thinking through things and looking at areas and going, oh yeah, okay, sure, we just do this and we just put this here and we just clean this up and oh no, this doesn't go there. And when the item is in their hand, instead of just setting it down on the flat surface because it looks empty, like we do, some of us, they take the extra second right then, and it really does take only a couple extra seconds. It's just that some of us have to work harder at remembering that, and they will go to wherever they've decided their home is for that item and put it away. And I get it. I'm right there with you. For those of you in my camp, we're not like that. So what I have learned, I am now a stay-at-home homemaker who is an empty nester. So when I have company coming over in my kitchen, I have to straighten up and organize everything before they come. And I like to know a day or two ahead because it usually takes me a couple days ahead. I am currently watching other videos and channels on people who have learned this concept and learned good ways to kind of keep up with their housework. And I'm watching those, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn how to do this and link those below so that you can find some of those too. A couple of them are a couple of ladies who have channels who do this and are really good at it. So organizational stuff, some cleaning stuff, just some tips that I think will help you as they have helped me. And one of them is a website, Fly Lady, and I had found her at flylady.net. So what I will do is I will look that up when I am done here, and I will, if she's still got her website, because it was a few years ago that I last looked her up, I will link that because she has some very helpful tools for people like us who don't constantly, keep at this. Now, that being said, those of you who either aren't stay-at-home families that both mom and dad work, or don't have one of those two parents that stay home, then you need to give yourself a pass, especially if your children are younger. You need to take a deep breath and don't sweat it if there's stuff. Make sure you are surrounded by people who love you, who love your kids, who love your family, who don't come in and try to tell you, oh my gosh, your house is such a mess. Or maybe don't say it and just the looks. Sometimes the looks are more painful than actual words. No, you're fine. If you have kids, raising those kids is your number one priority. And if you are not completely keeping your house clean because what you're doing is spending time trying to get time with your kids, you are doing them right, making the good choices. Your kids will always remember the time you had with them. They will appreciate that they get to participate in helping you clean, and they will appreciate that as adults. So don't you worry about it. You're doing a good job. If you're a stay-at-home mom and your kids are under the age of 5, or I keep saying mom because it's like my generation, that was kind of a normal thing. So I don't mean to discount you, dear home hubbies and all of that, and guys that are raising kids and all of that. I'm sorry. It's accidental, but you guys are, it's the same thing. Time is the issue here. And when your children are young, as parents, you don't have the time because you are busy chasing them and keeping them from dying in 2 seconds. Give yourself a pass. Don't let anybody judge you for your home. Your home is beautiful and it's yours. That being said, the times that you do have time to do something, let's find a good way to do it. Now, My friend and I, when we had young kids, we did this together, and because we used to both struggle a little bit in the keeping things clean area. And this is the thing that she found, my dear friend, that really helped her, and I've never forgotten when she walked me through it. Oh, Becky, this is what I do, and oh my gosh, and now, you know, I have this little dresser top area, and it's so pretty now. I just love it. And I thought, oh, that's a genius idea. But it's the kind of thing where, like, if you put your kids down for a nap, which is, if you have young kids, scheduling is really, really helpful for them, because then you can get time for things. If you put them down for a nap and you're exhausted from the day, then first priority, you take a nap. You know, set a timer, and that way you can get a little bit of rest while your kids are resting. But if that's not the case, and you put them down and you go, oh, I feel good today, I have a little bit of energy, here we go. Let's learn something new. Let me show you something. This is my desk. Let me try and get you closer. See? Not pretty. Let's fix it. Here's what we're gonna do. First step is for general cleaning of the surfaces. Okay. I'm gonna kind of look while I do, because when I'm looking at the camera here, it's backwards. So here are the steps, and they're listed here. We're gonna empty the whole thing into a box, and we'll talk about that when I do mine, because I'm going to do it in front of you so you can see. We then, once it's empty, which takes just a few seconds because you're putting it all in a box, we're cleaning the surface with some sort of safe disinfectant. I have a spray bottle that has vinegar, vodka, and some essential oils that I like, that are, because I have kitties, safe for kitties, and are good for cleaning, and that disinfects it. And then I wipe it off. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, yeah, you guys know, because my old video about safe, you know, healthy cleaning, you can go look at that video. Apparently you can link it. Since I'm new at this and I'm not super tech savvy, I will see if I can find a way to link it. Okay, so, but you'd use whatever you want. Lysol works great too. If you just want to use a wipe, sometimes it's way easier to just grab a wipe out of a container and wipe it off quick. Yeah, do that. This is all about, let's make cleaning easy. All right. Then we're going to select some items if you want to. If you like it just empty, keep it like that. But you might want to put a pretty, you know, vase of artificial flowers, or some little basket of pretty decorative crafty thing that you made. You do that. And then take a second, step back and go, oh, that looks so nice. And appreciate what you just did, because you worked hard and it does look gorgeous. And that's a big reward for you. So let's go into some detail. Let me show you this. And I have these, because I did them on Canvas. So I have these in a file, and I will try to link these. It's one file for all three. And that way you can kind of look at them, but I'll still show them on here in case, if you're like me and, you know, you're watching these, but you don't know how to do much else on the computer, you'll still be able to see them. So this is the first one, cleaning one. All right, now, after you get it clean, you've got a box full of stuff. You've got to figure out what to do with the stuff. No problem. This does not have to be done immediately after, unless you feel like you have enough energy to do that. Then yes, because you feel good when you finish this too. Okay. Items that you have come in 3 categories. They come in trash, giveaway stuff, and stuff you want to keep, as I've listed here. So you're going to go through every item in your box, and I promise you, this box should take me less than 5 minutes to empty, even though you saw my desk. You'll see, just watch. All right, so we do that. Okay, so obviously for the trash things, they go in the trash. For the giveaway things, Put them in a box, put them in a bag, put them in your car. Do not let anybody see them, because other people will go, Mom, you're giving this away, or honey, I kind of thought nobody's touched it or looked at it for 5 years or whatever. So it's okay. Unless you think it might really be precious, then you can go to that person individually with the item and say, look, I found this. It was just sitting there. As far as I know, you haven't looked at it in 3 years. Is this something you really want to keep? Because I'd really rather not have it on my desk. And just be super courteous and polite. And if they want to keep it, no problem. Then you say, would you mind finding a place for this? Ta-da! And so that's what we're doing. We're going to sort the items, put them in the appropriate things, and then there's that last category. Okay. I have heard some people who are good at organizing, and what they say, they try to be helpful and they don't quite understand is, well, the stuff that you're going to keep, you just put away. Well, those of us that aren't good at this, we don't know what put it away means. So I really put some thought into it, because in the past couple of years, I've actually been working on learning how to do this. It's a matter of figuring out what that does mean. And here is what I came down to. When you are finding a home for things, you want to do this. Ask yourself these questions. Where do I use this in my house? Maybe it's a bathroom item. That's kind of easier. Maybe it's a kitchen item. That's a little bit easier. So you want to take it to that room. All right. Step number 2. Where's the most helpful place to keep this? Okay, let's use an easy example that we already know where the home is, but just for purposes of example, we'll do it. Say what you find on your desk is a toothbrush. Okay, you use it in the bathroom. Okay, we brush our teeth by the sink, so maybe we'd be best to put this by the sink. Okay, then this part is the fun part, because here's where your creativity comes in. Can I put this in a pretty container or piece of furniture? Now I have a dear, dear aunt, and she is always great at keeping things neat and clean. I've actually two aunts who live in the Midwest who are both wonderful at keeping things clean, and they do that. And one of them is more naturally organized, and she does a lovely job. And I had a good conversation with her one time about housekeeping. And then the other one said that she had struggled with those kinds of things. But when I asked her, well, then how do your house always seems picked up? So she and I walked around her house together, and here's what she said. You know, Becky, I never realized this before, but all my furniture doubles as storage. And I went, genius idea. So that's something. You can go to a thrift store or something. If you have the money to get that nice furniture that has the storage capability, yeah, do it. But if you don't, I'm trying to bend over because I put my stool over here because I'm going to work for you. If you don't, then you can get stuff from the thrift store. You can tweak it a little bit. There are a ton of videos on YouTube about how to transform furniture and different ideas very inexpensively. Geez, slapping a coat of paint on the thing if you want. Tons of ideas so that it looks pretty, and you figure out, where it goes. So in a bathroom, you might get a pretty cabinet that goes on the wall or something like that. Of course, we all know you can get those cups. What I've heard about those is not very sanitary. We have one we got for Christmas, really cute. It's if you're into Doctor Who and that kind of thing, it's a TARDIS, which is, for those of you that aren't, just look up Doctor Who, TARDIS. Yeah, it's fun. But so we can put all our little toothbrushes right in each one of the little slots. And there's plenty of those too. You can pick whichever one you like. So there you go. So that's what you do. You take your item that you're going to keep. You think about it. What room am I going to use this in? Okay, now I'm in the room with my item. Where would I normally use this? Oh, okay. I'm going to use it, by the desk. Okay. Okay, what kind of an item is it? Oh, hey, this kind of goes along with these other things. This is like these other papers that I also do, for instance. And then you put it with the papers. Okay, so that's how you do that. Okay? All right. Now, for example, we're going to do this. I'm going to put my papers up high so that kitties who have been very interested in them don't do them. Now, we just need to get the box so we can empty things. Hang on a second. We have a cute little problem with the box, but I'm sure she won't mind. Silly. All right. Ooh, let me back up so you can see me working. And we'll talk about stuff while we do it. All right, I'm going to usher her out. Come here, baby. Come here. Okay. Now, on my desk, I have a lot of loose stuff. And then I have things in the back where I've already got. See if I move this. Let's start by putting these papers in the box. There's already a few containers that I've started using, so I can utilize those. Okay, because I don't have my lapel mic, this might make some noise. I'll try to fix it. Okay, come here, baby. No, no, no. No, 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 we're not doing that. All right. Okay, so the first thing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these already full containers and I'm not going to empty them into my box. I'm just going to do the loose stuff into my box and then I'm going to figure out what to do with those later. It's because I don't want the video to go on too long. All right, here we go. Move the chair. Okay. All my loose stuff into the box. And see, I'm not sorting it out from the desk. I'm not. Just putting it in the box. Excuse me, buddy. All right, box is getting kind of full, so I'm going to set it down and set stuff in from there. All right, let me show you. There's my pile. There's my pile. Okay, and see, my kitty is going to try to help me, which isn't going to be helpful. Okay. Now, you still see there's the boxes of things and a stack of books. So for just purposes of finishing this up, I'm going to just move those things and then we'll finish the rest of it. So I'm going to go ahead and drop you off while I just pick these things up and set them aside. Then I'll jump back in a minute. All right. It's empty. For purposes of this video, to show you how easy and that there are no rules, I have a container of baby wipes. I'm just going to use these. It's a desk. It's not in the bathroom. It's not in the kitchen. You don't really want to use baby wipes in the bathroom or kitchen unless you're like, if I have water droplets from the morning, from when I washed my hands or something, I might use a baby wipe just to make it look pretty. If I'm in the kitchen and oops, I spilled some jelly while I was jellying my toast, I might use a baby wipe to get that up. But for cleaning, especially in the kitchen or the bathroom, please use something to disinfect. Your Lysol, your favorite spray. You take a paper towel and like put a little white vinegar on it. Wipe, 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 no problem. Oh look, there's something already. Ha! Back on my desk. And he doesn't care if it's clean. But because we're just doing a desk and we're just grabbing the dust off it, we're gonna grab a couple of baby wipes and make it purty. Okay. Excuse me, bud. Shh. All right. So for what we're doing, because we're following the steps that I showed you, I'm not going to go ahead and put those big containers back in because honestly, I need to go through each one of them because I'm sure there's stuff in there that either needs to be trashed or given away. And I don't want to take the time to do that. I'm going to do a separate video for emptying this box for you. And I will do that and I will try to post that. But remember what we said. We empty it off and then we put something nice on it. So let's do that. All right. This is a mason jar. Now, probably before I do the completely finished video, I'll decorate this a little bit, but I went to the dollar store and I got a bunch of flowers. I used this because my dear mom-in-law had a birthday recently and we had a get together for her from some of her close friends, and I wanted to decorate a few areas, so I used this to hold the balloons down for the house. But it's just flowers. So you can take them apart and you just pop the tops off. We talked about that in the craft video when I made the wreath for you. And you just drop them into your mason jar. And like I said, I'll probably put some pretty ribbon around the top before I completely finish. And then the other one is to have a pretty candle. So that way sometime when I'm sitting there, and I'll put pictures up for later too, we can enjoy our sitting at our desk and light our pretty candle and have something pretty to look at. And there was going to be some other things on there because I have those containers that I need to empty and they need to get put back for things, but that's it. And then I'll have a nice desk. And this is a room that my husband and I sit in, and we work on, you know, some different things, household things, finances, and talking things through. So now I feel like I can be more helpful because I've emptied this off. And so hopefully you'll get some relief from your areas as well. My suggestion would be that you don't try to watch this video and do it at the same time, that you watch the video, you know, save it so you can watch it again. Look at some of the other links that I'm going to give you about the suggestions from other people. And then when you go to do your area, you select your area that you want to do, you know, watch it one more time right before you do it. Get the link up with a list of things to make it easier for yourself. So I really hope that this video has been helpful for you. If this channel is helpful, please subscribe to it. That would be great. And then there's a like button. You can click the like button if this has been good. So there's a place to do comments. You give me a comment. Let me know, you know, whether this was helpful, if there's something else that would be helpful. If you found different techniques that you have that you really like, or websites or YouTube channels that you found very helpful, I would love to hear about that because I am always looking for ways to learn to improve and do better in this area because it's kind of a weak point for me. So thank you so much. It's been great chatting with you. Next time we come back, we'll do the box and finish making the desk look absolutely beautiful and put some cool pictures on the thing.